Hello traders, welcome to today's episode of Greenback Riders Trading Academy. We will be taking a look at what happened as of April 7th in the market, and then we will look at what we are expecting for tomorrow and the rest of the week. So let us first see what happened in the market. This was the open that happened at 5007 yesterday evening at 6 o'clock, and then we had a straight dump down, but if you see, this became a mother bar, and after that none of the candles closed below it. So this is now becoming a very good support area, right? Somewhere here we got the 1 is to 1.5 of the daily chart that we were looking at yesterday at this line, and then this 2024 candles, the 12-month candles, the 11% extension actually kept on holding. At 9:30 we created at 9:30 we came down, we closed below the first 1 minute box, we came down again to this particular area, but we could not close below the 2024 11% extension, and then we went back up. So the first idea was that it can actually become a trading range, but then I saw that these candles on the top were actually making a bull flag, and after the strong move I was expecting another move up, but I was not expecting a 300 point move, right? And that too within two candles, but okay, we got it, we took it. So this was the last major trade that I took today because I got my daily target. No point in taking more risks and trying to give away the profit that I already had, right? However, this was the 11:15 to the 11:20 bar, and as we came above it, I did a small scalp here, and then another scalp happened right at the 230 bar here. As we broke down below the 230 bar, I took another scalp down to these areas. So those were most of the trades that happened today. But if you look at what happened, I was saying yesterday that we can see a bounce. We have seen that bounce. We were talking about that 900 EMA. Now 900 EMA is not a standard anywhere, right? But if you look at the daily chart of ES Mini and put the 900 EMA on that, even if you see, that is the area where even the COVID drop actually recovered after hitting the 900 EMA. So based on that, I thought that okay, if there has been so many times that the 900 EMA has recovered, why not this time again? And that actually worked out. However, what happened today was this particular bar and then this bar together, we could not even get above the high of this. Now if you see, we are above the 2024 lows, but this 2024 11% line is again working as a resistance. Now if we look at the SPX gamma levels chart and see what happened, this bottom is exactly where we had the second aggregate gamma, right? We bounced from here, we went above the second aggregate gamma, we closed above the first bar of the day, and then my target was somewhere in the 4AG1 POI 1 COI area. But then this was the area where the news came out that the tariffs may be actually postponed by 90 days, and hence this 300 point move to the up, and then immediately someone confirmed that that was a fake news, and boom, it came back down again. But see, we are still holding this area, so this is now working as the support. The 4950 area is working as support on SPX. So let us now take a look at what we are expecting for tomorrow and the rest of the week. We will first look at what are the expectations based on the price action, and then we will look at the current SPX gamma levels again. If you're liking the content of these videos, please make sure to like, share, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new here, and click on the notification icon. So first again, let us take a look at the 12-month chart as we did yesterday. We got the 1 is to 1.5 of the daily target line, and then we bounced back above this 5615 area, and we are closing somewhere around the 5130 area today. So huge volatility, right? So looking at this, as long as this 5015 level is not breaking out, I'm not expecting a lot of traction for the bears. And now we will have to see if we are able to break out of this 515055 areas, and then our next target will be up to the 5214 areas as well based on this particular chart. So now if you are looking at the weekly chart, this is the kind of structure I was actually expecting for the weekly time frame to have. It is possible that we have already seen the highs and the lows of the week, and we will continue in this 500 point range. The Monday was a 500 point range. That's absolutely crazy. So we can actually continue in this 500 point range for the rest of the week. We will go down in the lower time frames and see what are the major support and resistance areas that can hold, what has held today, and what we are expecting to hold going further into the week. But looking at the weekly chart, we have just come up to the 2024 21%. We have to break out of that, and then if we can get above this particular area 5429, we can actually target somewhere here in the 5572 areas as well. But we have to remember that there's the first attempt to the recovery. It's a 500 point week already. The next week can become another inside bar, and then we can flush below that, trap the bears there, and then we start going back again post a strong week. Then we will start believing, okay, we are getting the second entry long in the weekly chart, and this may actually work out and get us to these levels to the upside. For now, I am expecting the rest of the week to be in this particular trading range. I am not expecting that it will break down further here. It can break down. You never know. As soon as that 50% tariff on China gets confirmed, we may break this down and come back down to this 4727, 4731 levels. And if at some point of time it gets confirmed that the tariffs are going to be delayed by 90 days or 120 days, whatever number of days, we will see a sudden bounce into the market. And if that bounce holds, we can actually go up. One interesting thing in this context on the 5 minute chart is that this was the bounce right from here, right? There were several candles that came and closed below the low of this candle, but we did not get any follow through, which means that the bulls are still present here and they are trying to push the market up. They are trying to hold this particular area. And if this 4967 area actually breaks down, we can actually come and retest this 4915 area once again. When we did this lower high right here, I was expecting that it will break down this first 1 minute box and it will come down to retest the top of this particular bar, but that did not happen today. So we will have to see if we are breaking down this monthly double top breakout line at 4965. Then there is a possibility we can come and retest this 4915. We can come down to this 4867 and then we can test the low of Monday as well on the ETA chart. Now, looking at the daily chart, if you see here, this is the failed breakdown, right? This was the low of Friday and we went above that. So as long as we are not breaking down this, I do not think that it is advisable to short at this point. If we are breaking this down again, we can come down to this 5056 level, but that also has been a very good area of support today. And if we can take that out, the next area will be again the 5015 area. And if we are getting out of that 5015 area, which happens to be the low of 2024, we can actually retest this 4964 and then we can come down to those 4915 areas as well. Now on the upside again, as I was saying earlier, we need to see that we are above this 5150. If we are above the 5150 and hold, then we will come and retest this particular trend line once again of this channel that we have on 4 hours. This is also a channel that is holding good on the daily chart, and then we may actually get up to this 5307 line and even to this 50% of this particular channel, and then we will see whether we are dropping or not. But if we are trying to get back up here, we have to be careful that this 5273 area can actually become another resistance once again, because we had a hard rejection from there. So at that point of time, we will have to see if the price is coming down, how far it can come down. And since we are expecting a trading range, if the price goes up here and then you're getting a very good second entry shot, that it is advisable that you take that and then you start taking your profits level to level again. Again, the market is highly volatile, so I will advise everyone to play with micros. I personally was playing with micros today. I did not even touch the minis, and that gave me pretty good profits. Let us now take a look at the 4-hour chart. So based on this particular 4-hour chart that we see here, this was the low of Monday. We did not get to the new low and we started moving back up again. This was an inside bar. So after this low was created, this is the first entry long that we have, right? This is the first leg, and the leg is so huge, I'm actually expecting it to go above this particular line and hit somewhere here to get the second leg to the upside, and then we may actually see a couple of legs to these bottoms once again, and that will provide us with the full trading range. But we have to remember that this particular area, this breakout area, there's a breakout gap right here between the high of this and the low of this candle. So that is actually the fair value gap. I'm calling it the breakout gap right here. And if we are getting above this, and if you see that there are strong closes above this during the ETH hours also, we can come and retest these areas on the upside, and then we will see if we are breaking out of that. For now, if this is the low of the pullback that we have, and then if we are trying to find out a measured move of this particular first leg pullback and then move to the upside, then we can even come up to this 5499 area, right? But then again, this is a bear flag on the 4-hour chart, so we will have to be careful around this box. But if we can get above this 5499, 5500 is very highly possible. But for any of that to happen, we need to see what we are doing right at the top of this Monday high. We went up to the 4-hour 20 EMA and then we rejected from there, but we did not get any strong bearish bars yet, right? So right now we have a bullish momentum, so it is possible that the market keeps going back up to these areas. If we break out of this, then this particular target 5499 can be a very good area that the bulls may target. And then sometime this week, we can even come up to this 5565 to the 73 areas. Now, if you look at the 1-hour chart, yesterday night, we had a trading range. Even the 9 o'clock bar, the 9 to 10 o'clock, we came down here and then we shot up. So this was in no way bearish. We came down to these lows and then we bounced again. And then the news actually pushed it up to these areas on the top. We could not sustain it, but we have not broken down this particular low also. Now we need to see whether an hourly bar is capable of coming and closing below this 4985.25, which is the low of this one, and then we can wait for this particular area to break down before we can initiate a short, and then we will see if we are coming and hitting this trend line or trying to get back to the bottom again. So after this particular move up, we had the first leg up, we had a pullback, then we had the second leg up, and this is the first entry short again. So we can have another second entry short on the hourly chart, especially because we are having wicks on the top, but then the low of this candle needs to be broken down, right? So these strong candles lows needs to be broken down before we can say that, okay, we can short. Or for tomorrow, we can be in a trading range right between 5153 and this 4965 areas as well, based on this hourly chart that we have. Now, if you're looking at the 5-minute chart, there's the ETE chart itself. You will see that there is this particular channel that got formed. We got this strong move to the upside. We did a pullback, and the bottom of this pullback actually has created this particular channel, right? So we can come down to the bottom again. That will create the trading range. And then if we are breaking down this bottom, then we can see these lows. However, this particular channel at this point of time is just inside this whole price action, right? So we can actually stay inside this price action as long as we are not strongly breaking out of this 5153, 5155 areas. Then we can try to hit this area to the upside, and that will take us again back to this high of this channel, and we can get rejected here again and come back down 150 points once more. So I was reading somewhere today morning that 100 has become the new 10, right? Where you used to get 10 points, we're getting 100 points. Where we were used to getting 20 points, we are getting 200 points. So good for us, as long as we are on the right side. So that is why it is very important that you patiently wait and then enter your positions, so that you do not enter at the top of a 100-point bar and then you have to put your stop loss below 100 points. That is not a good way to trade, right? So you wait for your opportunity to arrive to you, and then you take your trade. And if we are breaking out these areas, as I said, I'm actually expecting, if this becomes a trading range, I'm actually expecting the price to come and hit this 4915 once again. And if we are breaking down these whole areas, then we will see the Globex low of Monday, and then we can come down to this 4733. Now, one more thing that I wanted to share is that this was the mother bar that we had at 6 o'clock, right? So if we are breaking this down, the 1:1 of this particular mother bar can bring us to this 4666 area, which is very close to this yearly 50% bull flag. And we have already done the 1:1 on the upside today. So if we are breaking out of this, we can still keep on going up higher. However, if we are breaking out of this bottom and you see that this area is holding, we can actually keep on coming down, and then all these fib levels will be profit targets, and then finally you can take most of your profit at the 4731 area, and below that we can come down to this 4683 and subsequently to this 1:1 line of this particular bar. So that is all we have from the price action perspective. Let us now see how the SPX gammas are positioned. Now, if you want to take a look at these charts once again, the link to all these charts are given in the description below. I would also like to mention here that every morning I stay online between 9:10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Google Meet. So if you're interested in joining that, the link to the free Discord server is given in the description below. Once you are on the Discord, you will see the link pop up around 8:45 a.m. in the morning every day. So this is how the SPX gamma levels are positioned here. Again, you will see that the major gamma levels are sitting at the 100. So we have a one at the 4900. This 5000 area has the one aggregate gamma, plus we have the first put open interest along with the first call open interest. And then the second aggregate gamma is sitting at 5100, and finally the third aggregate gamma is sitting at 5200. So it is possible that if we are holding this level for SPX tomorrow and we can stay above 5100, then there is a possibility that we will visit this 5150 line, and then we can get back to this 5200, and then we will see whether there's a breakout, or we are actually expecting the price to get down from here once again back to this 1 AG line. That is also possible. And since we are expecting a trading range, I'll keep these three green lines. This is the lower 33% or the lower 1/3 of the trading range. This is the upper 1/3 of the trading range, which is very close to this 5100 line. And then this particular green line is the 50% area at 5062. So if we get rejected from here, we know that we can come back to this. And then if we are breaking down this, we can get support again at the 4970 areas. So this is how the SPX gamma levels are set right now. We will take a look at it again in the morning around 9:30. And then if there are any changes, I will update the gamma levels around 9:45 a.m. in the morning as well. So that is all I have for now. I will end this video here, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow morning. Till then, have a very great night, everyone. Bye.